Vision 2030, madini ni maisha na utajiri.
In order for gastronomy tourism to deliver the potential benefits, I think there are a number of issues and challenges that Africa needs to address. And I just want to mention 6 of them. First, I think, is zealous marketing of Africa's rich food culture. As it is at present, most tourists are not familiar with Africa's rich food culture. Even within our own countries, gastronomy is only thinly incorporated in national tourism development strategies. And as such, it is imperative that aggressive marketing of Africa's food culture is done in order for gastronomy tourism to grow and thrive. In this regard, Africa needs to address potential tourist phobia and hesitancy towards unfamiliar African dishes. On this issue, I call upon gastronomic tourism stakeholders to invest more on writing African cuisine cookbooks and recipe collections. I think these resources will add up knowledge and gradually reduce tourist phobia on unfamiliar dishes. Second, promotion of gastronomic tourism in Africa also needs to take into account environmental sustainability in view of concerns that it exerts pressure on local ecosystems. For example, while game meat is tasty gastronomic tourism resource, it may encourage unregulated wildlife hunting and poaching. And similarly, while nyama choma, which is grilled meat, is famous in Tanzania and the rest of East Africa, there are concerns that large livestock herds contribute to land degradation, water pollution, and it is estimated that 15% of total global greenhouse gas emissions, especially of methane and carbon dioxide, tend to drive up global warming. Third, I think promotion of gastronomic tourism in Africa also require creation of dedicated areas and gastronomic routes where local products and unique foods are prepared for tourists to enjoy. However, in such gastronomic routes and centers, quality of local foods and products will have to be maintained. And doing so requires close collaboration between traditional chefs, local producers, tour operators, and other tourism stakeholders to ensure that services offered to tourists are sustainable. I think fourthly, there is need to position gastronomy at the core of Africa's tourism industry while reinforcing its global appeal by putting up strategies for linking food production, culinary experiences, and tourism services to generate sustainable local economic impact, but also devising mechanisms to ensure and enhance knowledge transfer to support the emergence of skilled workforce within the gastronomic tourism sector, and positioning Africa's gastronomy in the global tourism marketplace through coherent destination marketing and brand development. I think we need a sustained effort to promote African foods and showcase our rich cuisine, cooking, and dining practices to the world. I would like this forum to critically reflect on gastronomy, not just as a form of intangible heritage that supports tourism, but as a vital component of tourism that plays a greater role in promoting nutrition and food production in Africa. On food production, gastronomy presents a viable avenue in addressing disruptions in food supply chains and the implications of climate change on our agricultural practices. And in this case, gastronomy has a potential to contribute to food security through enhanced food production so as to meet requirements for varieties of food items required. And in a bid to ensure sustainable gastronomy, the Tanzania government has decided to enhance collaboration with local agricultural producers to implement climate-smart methodologies and invest in digital platforms that facilitate connections between tourists and markets, as well as authentic food producers.
Globally, gastronomy tourism is recognized as a catalyst for economic development and community empowerment, as well as a pillar for poverty alleviation. It is characterized by job creation, income generation, and fostering strategic partnerships along the value chain, thereby building a robust economic ecosystem in our societies. In addition, gastronomy tourism is a vital cog for inclusive growth, presenting a unique opportunity to promote sustainable development, preserve cultural heritage, and empower local communities across the continent.
In celebrating the significance of gastronomy with the realm of tourism, it is imperative that our approach remain both sustainable and inclusive. And when I say sustainable and inclusive, it entails the following: enabling our local farmers, considering that almost 50% of our country are farmers, but enabling chefs and food entrepreneurs to assume a leading role in this initiative, advocating for farm-to-table initiatives that enhance local food production while minimizing environmental impact, enhancing food safety and quality standards to instill confidence in our culinary products, facilitating partnerships among tourism stakeholders to develop distinctive gastronomic experience that draw both international and domestic visitors. Should our sector address these significant matters, it would not only fortify the community's economic and economy as a whole, but also assist us in attaining sustainable development goals.